Hello everyone, and welcome back to the lab. In this video, I will prepare diphenylmethane by the reduction of benzophenone. The reducing agent will be sodium in ethanol, which reduces the aliphatic part of the molecule. The three main chemicals used are 1.5 grams of benzophenone, 1.5 grams of sodium metal, and 20 milliliters of ethanol. The setup I'm using consists of a 3-neck round bottom flask with a Liebig condenser. First, I added the benzophenone, which took a little bit of force because of the small neck. This was followed by the ethanol. Next, I turned on water to the condenser and heat to the heating mantle, and I waited for the mixture to boil. In the meantime, I set up a carbon dioxide generator. I added approximately equal volumes of sodium bicarbonate and sodium bisulfate. By then, the flask was boiling, so I added the first small piece of sodium. I waited for it to mostly react before adding the next one, and repeated this until I was done. The last piece of sodium. Finally, it was done and had turned yellow over the course of the reaction. I turned off the heating mantle. I started CO2 generation by adding water to the generator and bubbled it through the flask for a few minutes. After that, I very painfully transferred the contents to about 50 milliliters of water. When done, some dense yellow blobs remained on the bottom and floated around in the solution. Because of the small volume, the toluene extraction which followed was done in the beaker. I used approximately 10 milliliters of toluene for each washing. The toluene absorbed the blobs and was pipetted off. The extraction was done a total of 2 times. The resulting toluene solution was about 20 milliliters in volume and cloudy, so I added some calcium chloride pellets to dry it. It did its job very well, so I decanted the toluene into a flask for distillation. Next, the toluene was distilled off. Eventually, nothing more came over and boiling ceased. I then applied vacuum for a few minutes to remove the last bits of toluene. And the final step was pipetting the still warm solution into a clean bottle. I know what you're saying. Tom, how do we know that this is diphenylmethane? Well, the liquid had no odor of toluene and none of benzophenone, which has a very distinctive odor. And its low melting point is what we expected. It does not freeze, probably because it is impure, but unfortunately there's not enough to distill, and recrystallization would lead to oiling out because of the low melting point.